The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello and welcome. I want to welcome you to section 2 of a 2-video series. I'm teaching you to learn the single most lucrative referral script ever written. And this is for serious loan officers and realtors only. So if you're a mortgage loan officer or a real estate agent or realtor looking to expand your referrals without having to tap into what we would call traditional referral sources, you're in the right spot. I welcome you to this short video. Now, when we start here, I want you to write one thing down on your sheet of paper, and it's going to be this: www.tinyurl.com/BenefitIQ info. And I'll tell you why that's going to be important in a few minutes. But go ahead and write that on your note pages right now, and we'll again tell you why it's important as we get going here. Now, just sit back. I want you to relax, and I want you to pay attention to the video that's happening in front of you. In this video, you'll learn the ins and outs of landing appointments with bigger opportunities. You'll learn the powerful script used to set appointments with those big opportunities, and you'll also learn the 4 reasons top producers are using this strategy to maximize their time and to create a leverage and build a lucrative exit strategy. Now, in video number 1, you learn the exact script that will significantly increase the opportunity for you to receive an abundance of new referrals. You discovered a powerful new script that opens bigger doors of opportunity that are often closed to all other loan officers, until now, really. You also learned in video number 1 that what we would call the traditional or the real-world script that you use to get referrals, where you're asking people that the growth of your business depends on referrals. And if you know of anybody that needs to buy, sell, or finance a home, please send them your way. We discussed that, and we also discussed why it's broken and why that in and of itself is keeping 95% of all mortgage loan officers and realtors from making any more money than it takes to break even. And that old script, often when you call a client up and you thank them for their business and you ask them if they know of anybody that needs to buy or sell or finance real estate, often it's hard for them to think of anybody at that given place and that given moment in time, and they don't refer you like they should. Now, I also helped you unlock 3 contacts in your cell phone, and how those contacts in my demonstration were able to uncover opportunities to get you in front of a new database of 1,850 people very, very quickly by using a succinct script. In fact, I taught you how contacting a person like this in my cell phone, a gentleman named Z-Dog Peterson, interesting name, huh? How using the old script, hey Z, how's it going? Do you know of anybody that needs to buy, sell, or finance a home? How often that results in nothing. But by learning the new script and calling somebody like that in your Z contacts in your phone, how it could uncover the opportunity for you to become the preferred lender or the preferred realtor for 275 of that person's coworkers. Or maybe it's uncovering a person like Travis in my phone and making that phone call to Travis and asking the old script, hey Travis, do you know of anybody that needs to buy or sell or finance a home? You know, Travis hates getting those phone calls as much as I would hate making those phone calls because I know it yields nothing. Right? And I uncover the fact that Travis has 75 coworkers, and we do the same for Michael, and Michael is the mother lode here because Michael uncovers the fact that he has 1,500 coworkers, and now all of a sudden this is starting to uncover an opportunity for you that's bigger than you could ever uncover using your old referral scripts. You see, the single most lucrative referral asking script, it works like this, and it's designed to help you identify a point of contact, a person in charge of benefit decisions at a company, calling somebody that's in your cell phone that you know relatively well. It says very well. It could be relatively well. And it goes like this. Hi, Michael. I just finished watching a training video today, and I was told to call one of my good friends and ask him a quick question. At the company you work for, are you offered any form of real estate or mortgage benefits? Now, making that phone call to your contact, it's very, very likely that they're going to say, no, I don't think we have any sort of benefits like that. And then you go to the next step of the script. Hey, Michael, if you were to make a proposal for a new benefit program at your company, who would you send that to? Where would you go? And if you have contacts like I do in your phone, and I guarantee you do, they're going to tell you exactly who to contact at their company. They're probably going to tell you that person's title if you ask. They're probably going to give you that person's email address if you ask nicely. And certainly, hey, Michael, hey, so I don't have to bug you when I call back again. I would sure love to get a hold of Karen in your HR department. What's her direct dial extension? Can you get that to me? Hey, perfect. And before we hang up, just how many people work at your company? Right, Michael, 1,400 employees. Look at the opportunity that we're starting to uncover for you. So I need you to understand this. Your phone is full of contacts. Those contacts, if you use your old scripts and called every single one of them, will likely yield you 0 referrals. Now you make just a couple of calls to those most important people, the most influential people in your cell phone, and like me, you uncover 3 sources that have 1,850 connections for you. 1,165 of those contacts are likely going to be homeowners, these coworkers of these people. How do I know that? Because the national home ownership rate is 63%. And I also know that for the loan officer, a homeowner uses you once every 5 years, according to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's usage reports. According to the NAR's or NAR's usage reports, a realtor is used by a homeowner once every 7 years. So listen up, loan officers. This exercise, this script number 1 I've just shown you, can help you uncover 233 potential referrals per year from 3 contacts. That's it. And realtors, you listen up too. Those 3 phone calls could help you uncover 166 potential deals per year. And what kind of transactions do you think those are going to be? Because these statistics up here are based on homeowners. So it's very likely they're either going to be somebody looking to sell a home, which is what you want. You want inventory, right? You want to control that with listings. And it's likely going to be 2 transactions because somebody's probably going to be selling and buying another home. So realtors, there's a ton of business in this. You just have to learn the scripts. So I'm here because I want to help you unlock the power of corporate referrals quickly. You see, there's a way to supercharge your stream of referrals without traditional referral partners, without having to beg, plead, ask your friends, your family, your past clients for referrals because, again, they hate receiving those phone calls as much as you hate making them. But by identifying these bigger opportunities, where do those people work, and using script number 1, there's no reason that within 3 months from now you wouldn't be able to be the preferred lender or realtor for the hospital with 2,400 employees, receiving between 30 and 50 annual referrals, making you between 180 and 300 grand in commissions per year. And would you have to then go to the engineering firm where your other past client or your friend works? Maybe. If you're greedy, sure, why not? Because what happens here is if I can teach you to land these corporate contracts with these businesses, clubs, unions, or school districts, you own that. That's your business. And this is not relocation, not to be confused with relocation programs. I'm helping you become the preferred lender or realtor for local businesses who are full of local employees, who have local home buying, local home selling, and have local home financing needs. Not somebody that's moving across the country to go work in some exotic location for the company, and the company's paying for that move. This is just for the mainstream employee who's often missed by relocation programs. Now you can fill the void. Now, I want you to meet Val. Now, Val is a person in my life that I've met years and years ago, and Val actually is a contact in my phone. Much like you can uncover a person like this in your phone. Now, when I called Val and asked her the old school referral script, hey, Val, do you know of anybody that needs to buy, sell, or finance a home? What does Val say? No, I can't think of anybody at this given point in time, but I'll certainly keep you in mind if I hear. And then the years go by, and I don't get any deals from Val, right? So this is why you have to use this new script. Calling Val up, she says, yeah, the company I work for, we have approximately 1,400 employees, and we're growing. Great, Val. Hey, who at your organization could I talk to, right? Remember the script. If you were to make a benefit proposal for a new program, who would you submit that to? Where would you go? So those referral partners, right, getting a person like Val, the single source who has the power to potentially get you into her company with 1,450 employees, which could give you between 8 and 10 solid deals per month, not per year, per month. This is what you guys have to learn, folks. So why should you call 10 referral sources to get 1 client, because I know you all do it, when you can connect to 1 local business and potentially have dozens, maybe even hundreds of new clients, all coming to you, all being told by their employer to use you for the next transaction? This strategy is a no-brainer. Let me give you a warning. If you want to go and take this script number 1 and turn it into a corporate account, a referral account for yourself, don't do it without proper training. Don't do it without knowing what to say and how to say it. You only get 1 chance to make a good first impression, Because what are you going to do if you get an appointment with the director of HR? What are you going to do if the hospital asks you to come in and make a presentation in front of their board of directors? You see, that fear in and of itself, a loan officer or realtor not knowing how to do that, is why they keep using the old referral script and why 95% of them never make any more money than it takes to break even. So I need you to break the mold today. I need you to think outside the box, right? Look at the picture and consider this. What would your business look like if you started to build it one company at a time, where you had organizations on each floor of these buildings and you were the preferred provider for mortgage or real estate services, and they let you come in and conduct workshops or put your information inside the inboxes of all those employees? What if your information was right on that company's internet? They would come to you. They would use you. And then your person like Val doesn't have to try to look around her company for somebody that needs your services. Remember her? Now let me talk about this for a minute. Now using script number 1, I called Val up and I said, Val, at the company you work for, you offered any form of mortgage or real estate benefits? And she said no. Then I went to the next level. If you were going to make a proposal for a new benefit program at your company, who would you send that to? Where would you go? She gave me the person's name. She gave me the person's title. She gave me the person's email address. She gave me the person's direct dial phone number. And Val, she said, hey, Scott, why don't you come down for lunch one of these days, and I will introduce you. I will introduce you. Well, here's the thing, right? You have these contacts in your phone. And, you know, I don't know where they are at the organizational chart or on the org chart of a company, but Val wasn't at the top. She wasn't the decision maker. She actually was the director of payroll, pretty high up in that position. But see, Val told me that the person who makes benefit decisions' name is Terry. And she said, well, if you come over here for lunch, I'll walk you in and I'll introduce you to Terry. She's been a good friend. I worked with her for 14 years. See, now I have to teach you how to get that appointment. And it's important. And you need this script number 2. I taught you script number 1, and here's my script number 2. It's my giveaway for you today. It's to help you set an appointment with a company point of contact, the person in charge of employee or member benefits. Now, this can be used at a business, a club, at a union, association, a neighborhood, really any type of group. So there's 2 variations of the script. Now, you don't have to scribble to write these down. Actually, I have them hosted for you. If you want to write down the web address, you can download script number 2 at tinyurl.com/HBIQ script 2. And it goes like this, right? Now, this says when you have some form of personal connection, use this. So Val gave me the name, Terry, and I would call Terry up and said, hello, Terry. My name's Scott Vincent. And Val, she's a good friend of mine who works for your company. During our time together, we were recently talking about benefits at work. Now, what do you think Terry's going to start to think? See, this is how you engage Terry and try to get the appointment when you don't have a Val who's trying to walk you down the hall and introduce you. Now, if you don't have a personal connection, you could use the same script to cold call a company and find out who the benefit decisions makers are. Then you just simply use, I was conducting some research on your company. I was on the website, and after a review, I was unable to determine whether your company offers any form of real estate or mortgage benefits to the employees. See, using that script gets you to the next part. And you wait for that person to break the silence. We were talking at real estate benefits at work. They weren't aware. So they can only answer 3 ways, folks, right? They can say, I don't know, right? Not the decision maker, or no, we don't offer it, or they think it's relocation. So there's answers for you in these scripts below. We offer our services as a voluntary benefit to local employers as a real estate assistance program. The best part for you is that it's no cost. It's voluntary for your people. It only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to show you our program. Is it possible to put something on the calendar for next week? All right. A break from this script, folks. There's something I have written on my wall. It says, if you don't ask, you don't get. So if you're a realtor or a mortgage loan officer and you are unsatisfied with your current level of production and you want to do something bigger and better and you don't have to worry and you don't want to worry about where your next 10, 20, 100 transactions are going to come from, you need to download this script and start using it right away. It's going to land appointments with you or for you at large companies, organizations, unions, school districts so that you can become the preferred realtor or the preferred lender for all of the employees that work there. That would be life-changing for you. I know it. I've helped hundreds of loan officers and realtors do that. So we won't go through the rest of these scripts. You can actually read them, start applying them. I know you could use them in your business tonight if you write them down and actually use those. So again, I encourage you to write that web address down, www.tinyurl.com/HBIQ script 2, and you'll be able to download script number 2 so you can start using it. So I did warn you. If you try to do this without proper training, without knowing what to say or how to say it, right, it's critical. You're going to probably screw it up. I wanted to teach you these scripts because I want to get you to think bigger. Think outside the box. There's more money to be made in this industry. You just have to get in front of more people. In fact, that's the #1 reason mortgage loan officers and realtors get stuck in their business, is because not enough people know them and not enough people know to use them for their next transaction, because it's hard to get your name out there. So script number 1, script number 2, cross them off your list. I taught them to them. You won't want to miss script number 3. Now, I want to teach you script number 3, but I can't do it in this video because this video right now is getting longer and longer as I'm looking at this and recording it. My script number 3 will help you conduct an interview with an employer to see if they're right for your service, to see if the employer qualifies to allow you to work with their employees. You see, when you put those questions in front of the employer that way, when you ask the employer whether or not your program would fit for them, if they know what % of their employees own homes or not, if they've ever heard of employees around the water cooler, the coffee maker, ever talking or discussing whether or not they should be buying, selling in a particular neighborhood, see, you use those to your advantage. So I'd love to invite you to come to my upcoming webinar where we'll teach you some of those questions that will be asked so you can land these corporate opportunities. It's easier than you think, folks. So there's another web address, and that's why I had you write it down at the top of your sheet of paper, www.tinyurl.com/BenefitIQ info. It's pretty likely you got to this video by way of an email too. You can go back to that email and you'll find the link in there. In my upcoming webinar, you'll learn why every business in your marketplace has the potential to be a gold mine of new referrals for you. You'll learn the question-based strategy used to land lucrative corporate accounts and how they'll provide you with abundance of never-ending referrals. That's script number 3. And you'll learn the 8 things you're missing out on if you never turned one of your client relationships into a corporate account. Again, that's at www.tinyurl.com/BenefitIQ info. There's a link there to our upcoming webinar. You see, Vicki learned it. I have a client closing tomorrow. Her husband works for Bridgepoint Education. She said they'd love to refer me and see what they can do to get me in with HR. See, she learned how to ask. And when you ask, you get. 1,600 employees work for Bridgepoint. Here's Marilyn. I'm just going to discuss it with the HR director at the city of Arvada. Okay, what does a loan officer have doing business with the mayor? I'll tell you what. The mayor is concerned about the benefit programs that are provided to the city's employees. Why couldn't you go and have lunch with the mayor and have the mayor recommend you into HR? Could happen. Here's Michael. He was able to ask the union. UAW stands for United Auto Workers. In his state, he landed the union within his 30 days of learning these scripts, and you could too. And that could provide for you a lucrative referral source that would last forever. Now, having turnkey systems and building these systems is something that's been my expertise. I built an entire system. I've been selling it and offering it for coaching and prospecting for realtors and loan officers for over 14 years. See, my company's taken the bumps and bruises out of all of this to make it simple for you so you can actually implement it even when you're busy. We put together all the materials to make your service look and feel like a mainstream benefit with benefit ID cards, lunchroom posters, payroll handouts. Everything's designed to engage the employer, let the employees know exactly why they should use you, and what experience those employees are going to get by working with a seasoned expert like you. And I know you're good. And I know you're capable of handling those employees' transactions, and I know you want to do those transactions, and I know your family would love you for doing more transactions because your bank accounts would become bigger. Simply put, having all these materials and resources designed and put together for you so that you can use them very simply and easily using our scripts and our templates, you know what? There's no excuses. There's no time like the present. Right now, there are companies in your marketplace that are looking for people like you. Top producers are using this strategy, it would give you a passive way to generate prospects. You would have these businesses, clubs, unions, and school districts promoting you. And that's what creates leverage. And that's the gift of time that I can give you. Because many of you, the hardest thing for you to spend time on is going out and finding new business because you're too busy managing the pipeline. So if I can make the autopilot prospecting system working for you, then that would give you a chance to do more deals. And when you start working with consumers, when they first start thinking about buying, selling, or financing, not after they've been to the internet and shopped it to death, you see, when you get an employer referral, it's the best referral you can ever have. Because the people that mean the most to these people, the people they get their paychecks from, are telling them to use you, it's highly likely they won't shop you. And then the bonus of all this, number 4, is you're able to generate a corporate book of business that's measurable, trackable, predictable, transferable, highly desirable, and potentially sellable. That's the kind of business you need to be building. Soha was able to do it. Soha set up a publishing company right across the street from her, bringing in 10 to 14 new employees out of the area into her area, and she's the one that they're all working with. John says it's official. I'm on the Peoria School District Employee Portal. Thank you. I know you hear it all the time. You just changed my life, my family's life. You're a blessing in my life. That was an email directly to me and my team from Helping Him. Latika said this program's excellent, offering a win-win for employers, enhancing benefit packages. Matt, fantastic program designed to create predictability in sales volume. That's what you need. Ken says that our team takes action every day. We're there to support Ken. We would be there to support you in learning this process. So if you want to build your business and grow it fast, you can go out and you can build it one client at a time, which most of you are doing, or you can learn to build it one business at a time and have a business that looks like this. I'd love to work with you. So come to my upcoming webinar. You can go to tinyurl.com/BenefitIQ info to find information about that. You can go back to the email that referred you here. There's a link to our next webinar. You can also just call my office or visit us online. I'll post that information here. Again, my name's Scott Vincent. I thank you for watching my videos. I hope that you implement script number 1 and script number 2, and I do hope that you come back and learn script number 3, which is how to conduct these great meetings and get these corporate accounts signed on so that you never have to guess about where your next transaction is going to come from. Thank you. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.